Welcome everybody to your weekly wellness check. It's Peloton riders, runners, strength trainers. They just get together and have good conversation. It's not meant to be any stress. And we're not only talking about Peloton, we can end up talking about any fitness maker, piece of equipment, product, services, or whatever. We talk about it, talk about your journey. If you want to join the conversation, just hit the hand on the lower right of your phone. We'll bring you right up on stage. If not, and that makes you a little nervous, don't worry about it. Just hang out in the audience and just listen or go in the chat. You know what I mean? Drop all that fire in the chat because the chat be off the chain. That works as well. All right? So again, no nerves. It's just friends having a conversation on a Thursday night. That's all this is. That's all it is. All right. I see everybody. They dropping that fire in the chat. I see Candace drop the fire in the chat. Ariel dropped the fire in the chat. I see it.
Where can everyone find you?
They can find us all in the Run, Lift, and Live group on Facebook. That's where we talk about all these topics, right, during the week. And then Wednesday, we put out a poll to see what do people want to actually talk about. And then we rank them, and then we throw them on the agenda to talk about Thursday night. So, yeah, just Run, Lift, and Live, and is spelled out, Run, Lift, and Live group. Oh, more fire in the chat. What's going on, Renee? I missed you in New York. Dang. I heard you were down there. But anyways, yeah. Hit the group up so you can see the chat, the topics that are coming up and that we're going to talk about. Or you go into the group and drop topics. You know what I'm saying? And things that you want to talk about. All right? Also, one last thing. If you have questions, comments, things that you want to talk about, but you don't want to come up on stage, please feel free to drop those in the chat as well. And I'm gonna be trying to monitor the chat as well, so I can bring that up if anybody has something they want to talk about but don't want to come on stage. Oh, you guys are coming back in March, April? All right, we're gonna have to figure this out. We're gonna figure. Oh, and your mom's coming? Okay, we're gonna figure this one out. We're gonna definitely figure it out. We're gonna be out there. What's going on, Courtney? I see you. All right, I see you, Judy. Yes, I'll see you guys in March then. All right, let's go ahead and get it started. First topic on the agenda, I put this topic on first on the agenda specifically for Danielle. You know what I mean? I was thinking of Danielle when I put this topic on the agenda. And that was, during the week, I just noticed, people like Judy in the chat showing they rowers at their house, being delivered on their rower, doing the class. That rower looked so nice. And they was enjoying themselves. They was showing the screen in the classes. And I started thinking, how many people out here having FOMO because they ain't order a rower? Because I know I was like, dang, I should maybe I should have ordered a rower. I mean, I don't know. And then I immediately thought of Danielle. You came to my mind right after I thought I should have bought one. I thought Danielle.
Well, listen, I'm a moderator for several groups. Moderator, admin, whatever.
Right.
And every post that popped up with a damn rower, I was like, I'm going to delete this shit. Because I'm salty.
What do you mean? I'm all salty right now. Mad at all y'all. All y'all people that got rowers, I'm mad at all y'all. Except for Judy.
I ain't talking to none of y'all.
I ain't talking to none of y'all. What's going on, Judy?
Don't be hating, John. Don't be hating.
I mean, I'm okay with Judy, but everybody else, I ain't talking to none of y'all. So you like it, Judy?
I do. The delivery was flawless. They were on time. They were in and out in 20 minutes. And I'm a work in progress. I'm still working on my form, but I'm liking it so far.
You like the workout? You like the form assist? Like, is there any one particular thing that you like in most? So
I like the form assist, but I don't like that it's telling me I'm not doing it right. So it's a love-hate relationship.
I can appreciate that.
But I'm enjoying Ash and Katie and, of course, Adrian so far. So I've just got to figure out how to work it into my routine. But it's been great so far. And Renee even tried it out, too. So
Renee like it?
Yeah, she got the thumbs up, too.
See, everybody liking it. See, I don't have no bad reviews. Nobody saying nothing bad. Nobody making me feel better. Nobody. Everybody saying, oh, I like it. I love it. Everybody. That's all right. That's all right. So Danielle, so you good though? You good?
No, I'm not good.
Come on, Danielle, join the team.
I just told you I'm not talking to anyone that has a rower. None of those people.
Wait a minute, Coco
Not
Loco.
even Judy.
Coco Loco said that this weekend her rower going to be used and abused. Like, wait a minute, you got people coming over to use your rower, Coco Loco? Oh, see, that's all right. I ain't getting no invite, but that's all right. You know, it's all good. You know. I ain't salty or nothing. You know, nothing like that. It's all right. You know. What's going on, Nicole?
Okay, so now I can finally talk about it. I've had the rower for like 6 months.
Okay, let me tell y'all this story. So I decide to go, you know, the Coco Loco house. You know, she having, you know, the You Get To crew joint, right? And that night I was going to Alex's birthday, and you know, when we had to use the bathroom,
You're all sneaky. You're all Snoop.
Right. We had to walk through this room, and then the bathroom, it was through this exercise room. And Jasmine comes out and she says, there's something on a machine that looks like underneath that sheet is a rower. I said, So then I said I had to go to the bathroom, but I didn't really. And I walked through there, and sure enough, there's a sheet over something that looks like a rower. Now, I did not lift the sheet. I didn't do that, Coco Loco. I know.
Oh, you're one of the few, because there was people coming out there like, I did. Mary, Sav's mom, is the best. She walked out and she goes, I'm family. I lifted that up and I was like, holy shit, Nicole's got the rower. I made Lucas, bless my husband. I said, I was doing so much that weekend for the party, and I said to him, all you need to do is just cover the rower, because I signed an NDA,
right?
And I was like, I can't let anybody see this,
right?
So I walked downstairs after like 20 people had already arrived,
right?
And thrown over it is a tablecloth, and literally it's as if a sign should have been on it: Peloton rower under tablecloth. Because it was so obvious.
I ain't gonna lie, it was extremely obvious. But you know, I was really, I was like, look, I ain't gonna try to say nothing. I'm almost gonna act like I didn't even see that. And you notice I ain't told nobody that I saw this sheet over this thing that was shaped like a Peloton rower. And all this time, I ain't say nothing.
Yes.
But yeah, I knew that.
And neither did I.
I know. And I did invite Danielle over earlier that day because I knew how much she wanted to try it, but she couldn't get there in time before other people started to show up to help.
That's because other people showed up early. You should have told those.
Because they were helping set up for the party. Your ass didn't offer to come over early.
You didn't ask me to help. Well, I was somewhere. Where was I at? Football?
Exactly.
I was somewhere. Lacrosse? I was somewhere. But listen, some of those people was doing the most. You could have told them to relax and stay home.
Okay.
No. But so I have been testing it for quite some time, and if you guys haven't gotten it, it's legit. And I went to the Peloton Row event.
Yeah.
And got a chance to meet everybody, and yeah, it's a pretty serious piece of equipment. So if you haven't gotten it yet, definitely look into getting it because it's definitely worth it.
Oh Lord, see Danielle, there's more people telling us how good it is.
I told you how good it was. I tried it when I was at the studios last weekend or the weekend before, whatever the hell I was there.
See,
it's incredible. But
all out here on this.
Peloton is killing me with this price tag, though.
You ain't never lied. You saw I put that hovercraft out there and said, should I buy this or the Peloton rower? Because they both bought the same price.
Chunk of change to drop in one little foul swoop.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to just say goodbye to right before Christmas.
But see, I knew it was gonna happen like that. I knew that it was gonna get delivered to people's houses. And then we're going to see the pictures and images. And then there was just going to be FOMO happening just everywhere. Just, we was just going to be swimming in FOMO. That's what happened.
Yeah, I knew. I knew it was going to be like this. I knew.
Right.
But when we found out that they weren't doing financing, and I was like, me and half the other people who want one is going to have FOMO because...
You know what I mean?
Nobody really wants to just get up off of $4,000.
Right.
Like...
And John,
here's my $4,000.
Right.
The thing is, so they sent it to me to test it, and they're like, you have to return it.
Oh snap!
And I'm like, make me. So they keep trying to schedule to come and get it.
I ain't home.
No, I'm deleting all those emails. They're gonna have to come and pry it out of my hands. It's not gonna happen. I'm honestly gonna keep it as long as I can. But the reason why I said that it's gonna get used and abused this weekend is because this weekend is the Peloton the You Get To Crew ball.
Oh, that's right.
And
That's right.
I have a bunch of people coming in, and I'm actually on my way. I have to hang up in a bit to go to the airport to pick up Mrs. King because she's staying with me tomorrow.
That's
and then
awesome.
I'm going back in the morning to pick up Janera and a bunch of other girls. So on Saturday morning, there's going to be like 8 to 10 women in my gym, and we're doing our own little like Orange Theory fitness.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so everyone's going to try it out to see if they like it, and then because some of them it's on the way, and others haven't tried it yet. So it's going to be like a little Peloton workshop in my gym.
I love it. I mean, I'm sad I'm missing it. I mean, we were supposed to be there, but there's a million things going on right now. So we just
don't worry. There'll be another one next year. We have a lot of really good things planned, and we'll be live streaming a bunch of things. So it'll be a great thing. Yeah.
Courtney in the chat, she said if she had been there, she would have lifted up that sheet and violated the NDA and all. Like I thought about it, Courtney, but I was trying to be nice. I'm at somebody else's house, and I could tell. I mean, I didn't need to lift it up. I mean, it was in the shape of a rower. I mean, you can't.
I gave him he had one job to do, is just to hide. I walked downstairs. I looked at it. I was like, you know what? Whatever. It's fine. We're all family at this point. So yeah, but a lot of people came out and were like, I lifted that up right away. And I was like, all right, guys. So then I took it off and I was like, everyone can look at it now and don't get me in trouble and whatever.
Right.
But yeah.
I mean, it's like this. I went in there and there's other equipment in there, y'all. The only piece of equipment that had a cloth over it was this rower. So, I mean, I kind of put 2 and 2 together. I mean, I figured it out.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well,
all right, guys, listen, I got to run. I have to go pick up Mrs. King at the airport. Have a great weekend and everything. And I'm assuming no one's going to be on next week because it's Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone's family. Yeah, we're going to skip.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have fun. Yeah, put some videos and pictures out there so we can see them.
You got it.
All right, then.
Bye, Coco. Have fun.
Bye.
You notice I hadn't even mentioned that all this time. I mentioned it, but yeah, I knew that. I knew that was a Peloton rower. I was trying to be too nice, and now I find out everybody else there wasn't being nice like that. They was lifting the sheet.
No, I was too, John. I didn't lift the sheet because I respect people's homes. That's like going in someone's medicine cabinet.
Right.
Like, you don't open people's medicine cabinets. You don't open their drawers. Like, you don't go through people's shit.
You feel me? You feel me? That's the right analogy.
Damn rower.
That is the right analogy. That's what it felt like. It felt like she walked out and I was going through her cabinets. I was like, I ain't gonna leave that alone. But that's cool.
I think it's the age thing, maybe.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because we're old.
The younger people was like, what? They just lifted that joint. It's just us. Us little prudes. We was like, no, that's not appropriate. That's just us. That was just us. The only one.
Just us. Just me and you. That was it.
Just me and you. That was it.
Everybody else was on that shit rowing. And we was like, we're just going to pretend that that's not a Peloton rower sitting there. It's all right.
Everybody else on that shit rowing. Mm-hmm. That is exactly what happened. Well, that's all right. I'm just going to go ahead and hold on my little FOMO for a minute, and then I guess eventually buy it, I guess. I mean, we'll see how long this little FOMO fever lasts. Hopefully I get over it. We'll see. But all right, I had to mention that because I saw all the videos and stuff. Wait a minute. I thought Jessica Minardi said something in here earlier. She said she depressed. See, now, she's going to make me think she about to get it, too. I think she about to get it. That's what it is. She about to buy one, too. Right? No? Oh, let's see. I think I brought her up.
Like hell. Listen to me, y'all.
You said like hell.
Ain't no way that I can. I don't want to finance this thing, even if they have the option. I really just do not want to. I haven't financed my equipment, so I don't want to go down that road.
You know what I mean?
It's expensive. Like,
you know what I mean?
I'd have to hit the lottery. Or like, I don't know. It's like, I have a lot of FOMO. I want to support mostly Ash.
Right.
I want to work out with her.
Yep.
I know it's a beautiful piece of equipment, but it's expensive.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
4 stacks? You know how many shoes I can buy?
4 stacks. Count them.
No.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So I don't know.
But it's very difficult where it's seeing all the posts, seeing everyone talk about it and how great Ash. It's extremely difficult.
Brandy said 3.5 stacks. I mean, but Brandy, is that after like the taxes and all that other stuff and
No, and in
accessories?
Pennsylvania, after sales tax and the warranty, it was like $3,800. So
Right. In
I don't know where Brandy lives.
It was $3,900. I don't know. You in no sales tax zone? Because in Cali it was like $3,900. All right.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, but you know what? I would beforehand though. I was going. This was my answer to is you gonna buy the Peloton Row?
Hell no.
That was my answer before this week. Now I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm considering it now.
I didn't think about how many shoes that means. Sneakers I couldn't get.
Oh.
I bought the Rowers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Like, wow, that's kind of sad. Like, how many pairs of sneakers is that?
You start calculating how many you could have bought? Oh, man.
How many pairs of Jordans do I have to give up?
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Damn.
Oh,
wait a minute.
That would be depressing.
Kari and Lisa says she got to get a tonal first. That's what I'm talking. Oh, yeah, Kari.
That tonal lit.
That's lit, right? Okay.
That tonal lit, though. Like, it is everything that I dreamed it to be. The tonal's absolutely amazing and worth every single penny.
See, you like me, Lisa. I got some stuff I got to get before. We ain't gonna talk about it, but I got some stuff I got to buy before a row too. You know, I can't.
Yeah, like a Stairmaster.
So I can't really entertain it right now. You know, I got to pause. Oh, Hubert said in his scenario is leather jackets. You gonna be counting up how many leather jackets you could have bought? Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, that's what I would be doing too, counting up something.
And I want a new bag.
See?
Like, my bag is about 3 stacks.
See?
It's ridiculous.
There it is. Be thinking about what you could have got.
Not Charlotte in the chat telling me to sell sneakers. What? No. I don't have any Travis Scott sneakers. I don't have any of those. But I'm not selling any of the ones that I have. I have like limited edition, limited release that you can't buy. I'm not selling them.
Danielle got some nice sneakers. I ain't gonna lie, because I saw her post about some of her sneakers before, and then I went looking for them and I couldn't find them. So yeah, you see, yeah, I don't know. You probably can't just get rid of the sneakers. I don't know.
Nah, I can't sell them.
But all right, then I just had to throw that out there because I thought of you as I was having my little FOMO fever moment. I thought of you, Danielle. Cool. Next topic. Hannah Frankson on the tread, yo. It's about time or what? I was like, yes. Did anybody take the class?
She was so good.
Absolutely. Her form is incredible, which we knew it would be.
Right.
But did you take the class? You didn't.
You know I didn't take the class. I might have watched a little bit of it.
Why you like this? You need to take the class, and I need you to listen to everything that don't watch it.
Okay.
Take it.
Okay.
Take it, enjoy it.
Okay.
And at first I was saying it's about time, but now I think it's just the right time based on how she just presented it in class, and she's changing her relationship with running because she was a competitive runner.
Yeah. And
just the way that she delivered it and the thanks that she gave to her dad. It was incredible. And
really?
It was so worth the wait. Yeah. She's going to be so lit. She already has a 45-minute endurance run in a couple weeks. Woo. Like, she's going to be lit. And she's not, and she says, like, this is uncomfortable for her because she's used to shorter distances.
Yeah.
So doing the uncomfortable things, it's.
Because she was a sprinter, right?
I'm really, really happy. Yeah. I'm so happy for her, man. It was dope. This is going to be really, really nice addition to the tread.
See, y'all do this to me every week. Y'all tell me about these classes and get me all inspired over classes when I just want to relax. Got me. See, now I want to take this class.
You just want to sit and eat your chips.
Yeah, I just want to eat my chips and drink my soda and watch the class, and y'all get me all inspired and stuff. All right, I'm gonna take.
No, it was a really, really good class. I really enjoyed her, talking about her dad and how he helped her and how he even got her into sports to begin with. And then to have the other Peloton instructors in the studio running with her, it was just great. It was all around just a really good class. I will say her form is so good. that you look at yourself in your screen, you're like, damn, I really look like shit. Like, you know how you can see your reflection? Like,
you know,
she just has such good running form, and then you catch a glimpse of your reflection, you're like, well, I don't look like that, goddammit.
oh, I got a question. Are there, is she the first, or are there other instructors? Well, I guess Matt Wilpers was. Yeah, Matt Wilpers was. I'm trying to figure out what are the other instructors that we know were runners. That's what they did. I don't know, right?
Just Matt and Bex, I think.
Matt and Bex. That's right.
Yeah, Matt and Bex,
Matt
and then
Bex.
her. But I loved also the relationship that if you don't take Jocelyn's class or Hannah's class on a regular, you wouldn't know how close they are. I do take Jocelyn's class, so I knew that her and Hannah had a relationship. But you just see that more in the class too.
Oh, okay.
And she talks about how her dad really loves taking Jocelyn, and it's really nice, and like the connection. And then you got to check out Jocelyn's posts of them like holding hands and like she's finally here. It's, first of all, I've been requesting since the moment that I knew that it was being hinted. I need a 2-for-1 Jamaican Dandana.
Okay. See, you been, but you done already requested, right? You don't put that out in the universe, right?
Absolutely did, with
Okay.
no shame.
Okay.
I sent the voice note. I sent comments
Okay.
with no shame. I'll send it to Peloton. I don't care.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's gonna be lit.
That's what I'm saying.
And they reminded us in the chat that Susie was also a runner, and Adrian too.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Adrian was a runner, and so was
And
Susie.
wasn't Marcel? Didn't Marcel run?
Oh,
I don't know if Marcel did.
Marcel a runner?
In college?
Yeah, she did cross country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was.
Oh man, we got a whole bunch of runners.
Yeah, we got a lot of runners. I mean, they're not all Olympic runners.
Right. That's right.
But
Megan out here saying, it's only 20 minutes, John. But if 20 minutes, I could have been sitting on my couch with my feet up. I'm going to take it, though. I'm going to go ahead and take it.
Good night.
You know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead
and the 20 minutes went by so fast.
Okay.
Like, it really, really flew by. That I think that was like, I don't know, like my third workout or something maybe. So I was like, And it was at 2:00, and I was texting with my girls, and I'm like, listen, it's basically midnight right now for me to work out. Like, I hate working out. Once you get past like noon, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do it.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm like, I got to show up and support. And it really did just fly by. So I'm glad I was there. But I was like miserable before I got there. I was like, why do I have to do this? Why is it at 2:00? This is the middle of the night.
Yeah, but when you done, you always excited. Yeah, your mood always good when you done. So, I mean, see, now y'all got me all interested.
My mood isn't always good when I'm done. It depends on what happened in class.
Oh, there it is? That's how it is? You know what I used to do?
I had some classes where I left and I was like, damn it, that was a waste of my time.
You know, I used to take like Just Run, and I would just put it on like Law and Order marathons on the TV while I was taking them runs, and I'd be so mad after every class. I stopped doing that. My mood would be all messed up. You know what I mean? So I understand. I know what you mean.
So was Law and Order putting you in a bad mood?
Yeah, Law and Order was pissing me off. And I realized it. It came to my mind that Law and Order was messing me up. I had to stop doing that.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. So I like to read and run. So I'm usually reading and listening to music.
Please tell me who says I like to read. What the fuck is that?
You gonna read and run? Dang.
I do all the time.
I can't do that. I tried.
Well, listen, I'm not running at a 9 like Jessica. So.
Oh, that's right. You know.
Look, you see, this is ridiculous. I don't even know why I come
here. I'm too uncoordinated to do anything but run. Like that's what I'm saying. I'd be done fell off the whole tread. No, I can't. I can't even contemplate like the reading part. I can't do that. But yeah, let me see what's going on in this chat. Let's see what's happening in this chat. Yeah, somebody asked the same question. Reading? That Megan was like, reading? What's up with that? Mm-hmm.
It's okay. So I will have my iPad with the Kindle app on there, and I will read a book and listen to music. So no, I'm not listening. I hate audiobooks. I can't do audiobooks. I can't soak up what it is they're saying. So no, I will actually read a book.
Did you hear what she just said?
What?
Read a book, listen to music, and run. I would have busted my butt.
I have all kind of knots on my head, all kind of problems. I can't do that. That don't work.
Don't expect any Christmas from me, nothing.
No
You
Christmas?
guys, all you with your credit card up to the neck. Stop buying shit.
No Christmas?
Yeah, no Christmas. Oh, hell no. I haven't bought Christmas for my kids in so many years.
Dang. I
No,
hear
I
you
know. I just pay their cell phone. So
Oh, the patent deal, the new Peloton Tread patent that Bob Tremor dropped in Twitter, and then Chris started talking about. So I've been skeptical all this time, thinking Tread Plus ain't coming back, y'all. Tread Plus done, it ain't coming back. But now Peloton got a patent out there specifically for the Tread Plus. They just applied for it. Sensors on the
I
back,
knew that was coming back.
right? It's coming back.
I knew it.
You knew it was, right? I didn't. I was skeptical.
Absolutely. What were they going to do with all those trends? Everybody want to be hot booty and change their tread. Look at you. I wasn't changing my baby.
And I saw in a group, the group will remain nameless, but someone posted and said they were at a showroom and someone said that it was coming back in the spring of 2023.
What?
At one of the showroom associates.
See, I was all in my mind like that thing is done. But yeah, now, I mean, it's obviously, well, Uncle Barry been saying, we thinking about it. We looking into it. And so, I mean, now, I guess that is what it is now. It's coming back. Is my mind. I mean,
with the sensors in the back, though, what happens to like the grandfather Tread Pluses? Like, are they going? It's not software, so how is that going to work for the ones that don't have the sensors in the back? We just shit out of luck.
That is a good question. Like, what? I mean, in the end, my mind keeps thinking, like, how you gonna sell a new Tread Plus? All these other people been holding on to this old one. It ain't got no sensors. Right? Like, they could have sent it back, got their money back. Like, there's got to be something in here that resolves for this thing. I mean, I would
that
think.
allow us to like swap out. I would think, and pay for the difference of sensor, no sensor. If you,
I mean,
or either like an aftermarket fix or something, right?
Yeah, I would think so because it's not like software. You know what I mean? It's an actual sensor. What is it gonna like beep like a truck? Like what the fuck is gonna happen with it?
No, it's talking about. It said that it's gonna slow down or stop the sensors if there's something behind the tread. I don't even know if it even has to really get to the belt. It sounded like if there's just something that gets too close behind the tread, it's gonna slow to a stop. They also were talking about other sensors that it sounded to me like were more like form correction based stuff. So like things that are like further up around the monitor. And that made me go, what? Like how? What? They're gonna be checking your form on how you running?
I told you that wasn't a pretty sight.
You know what I mean? See, so I don't know. I mean, it all sounds interesting to me now. So now but I got the same question as you, Jessica. Same question. Like, what does that mean for existing Tread Plus owners? Like, I don't know if this drops next year. I don't know.
So it sounds like all of the devices are going to have that AI intelligence and kind of like form correction, just like they do for the rower. They're going to row it out. And for the guide, they're going to then have it for the bike, eventually Bike Plus. You know that it's going to be one of those things that every Peloton equipment will have some sort of artificial intelligence. Yeah.
That's what it looks like, right? It looks like they're just going to start moving everything towards that kind of a model, right? That's what my mind was thinking too. Like they're going to find ways to incorporate in, some form of, AI, some form of form correction, computer vision or something into everything.
So the CIA is just going to be sitting in our house. Got it. I got it.
It's going to be on multiple screens in our house, just sitting, watching us, working out. CIA. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I don't know. But still, same question remains. But wait a minute. The rower cost $857 million. So when they come out with this Tread Plus, is that going to cost us, $857 million too with the sensors?
I don't know. They keep that shit though. I'll keep mine without the. I still got my old ass bike from 2015, and ain't nothing wrong with it.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? See, that's where I'm at. You know, I don't know. Is it even going to make any sense to return your Tread Plus for the little money you're going to get in comparison to what this new Tread Plus going to cost you? You know, that's what I'm wondering. I don't know.
And there's another company that has a slatted treadmill that's for home use, and I think the base price for that is like $17,000.
What? Good.
Tech, yeah,
Google.
or Tech.
Is it Tech Gear?
Yeah.
I think it's Tech Gear, and that was the home version because they have another version. They have another version. It was more than that.
No. The base home version, I think it was like $11K, and then the other one, the other upgraded one, was like 17 or something like that, something wild like that.
Yeah, they were a lot though.
Goodness gracious!
I mean, they were less than what are the other ones? The Woodways. They were less than those, but
there's some commas.
But it was a lot.
Commas up in these joints. Goodness gracious! So I can run.
So John, let me tell you this. So I don't know why they cannot figure out this Tread Plus thing. I do not like the new Tread. I felt like I was hitting my feet on it. I did it at the studio. I used it. And I felt like I was going to fall on that thing. Because it's so small, you just hit the sides. It has this side. It's not good. I really don't like it. So they need to figure out something. Why don't sell it and people can sign a waiver? Okay, I don't have little kids. I'm signing a waiver that I take it at my own risk if a kid comes into my house and gets under the Tread. You understand?
Yeah.
Like sell it to people with a waiver. Like let's sell it, but you have a waiver that you can sue us if something happened. If your kid was around and you were on the Tread and you didn't see the kid get close to it, like single people can buy it. I don't know. People with no kids can buy it. I do not want to get rid of my Tread. Come on. I love it.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to be running outside. I cannot pay $17,000 for a freaking Tread. You kidding?
That's why I'm hoping
people who know how to keep their kids away from it can also buy it. Like
that's why I'm hoping that they just, you know, when they drop this new Tread Plus with the sensors on the back, they have a retrofit and they just for free they come out to all of us and just go, okay, we just gonna, you know, install this thing or something.
This is Peloton you talking about.
You know I'm tripping. Y'all know I'm tripping.
I know you lying.
Y'all know I was out here dreaming. Y'all knew you had to wake me up.
They're going to be like, return your original one, buy the new one at the higher price, and wait 8 months for delivery.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Plus tax.
They're going to be like, yeah, you can return that one for $4,000, but the new one costs 8 stacks. That's what, you know what I mean? That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, they can keep that. I'm listening that price sound about right.
You know what I'm saying?
For the new Tread with all those upgrades, you gotta pay for those sensors and shit.
You know what I mean?
That means it's no longer. It'll be the Tread Plus. Maybe the new one's gonna be like Tread Plus Advance or something. Like they're gonna call it something different. I just can't imagine
the Premier Tread.
Can you imagine the Premier? La Premier.
The Premier. You know what I mean? It's gonna be something. They're gonna have to call it something else. They can't just keep going with Tread Plus. Yeah, you're right. They're gonna have to call it something that's distinct. I don't know, but we'll see what it is. Maybe they'll just let us decide what we want to do, and you don't get nothing. You know, just keep yours and buy this thing. That sounds more like it. Probably be something like that. But anyway, we'll see what happens with that. But shout out to Bob Tremore and Chris for dropping that. That was some good information. That was helpful for me. You know, I want to see what happens with that. We'll see what goes on. The other thing I saw, I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, or a week or so ago, after the earnings call, when Uncle Barry was talking about he about to drop pricing tiers in the digital app. I think we talked about that, but anyway, Chris this week. Did. Yeah, Chris this week dropped it. I think he was just coming up on it, so he dropped a news story about it. And I know people I got a couple people voting on that. They want to talk about it, but. Yeah, I think we already talked about that. Where we were like, we don't know the pricing structure. We're trying to figure out what the pricing structure is going to be. If they have tiers to the digital app, like what does that mean? What can What can you do? What can't you do? Yeah, I remember us chatting about that.
So it now looks like it'll be the app will be updated in January.
Oh, okay.
Is that what Chris's article said? I know it said 2023, but did it specify when in 2023?
I didn't see a day. I didn't see a month. I just saw 2023.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, and I keep seeing people saying that they can't get on the app to take live classes, and it's because of the new pricing tier. And it's like, okay, one, slow down. Pricing tier hasn't rolled out yet. Like, just take a pause.
Right.
Breathe and relax.
It's because of the new pricing tier. That's what they've been saying.
I mean, people read one thing and then they run with it. It's like, oh my God, it's the pricing tier. Now I'm getting into a live class from the app. It's like, yo, y'all need some Xanax. Relax. Like, the pricing tier hasn't happened yet. Y'all freaking out. I think in terms of not being able to get into the class from the app, I think it's an app glitch, because what I found is that if I get into the class before the class actually starts, then I'm fine. So if I log in during like pre-show from my phone, from the app, I'm all good. If I try and join a class that's already started, then I can't get in. I get a black screen. I hear the sound. I hear the class. It looks like I'm in the class, but I don't have a picture. It's just a black screen. So that's what I've experienced. So I was telling people, like, hey, try and get in before class. But it has nothing to do with the pricing tiers, because the pricing tiers have not rolled out yet.
Right.
So wait until 2023.
Well, they also said in those pricing tiers they was going to do like a freemium as well. Like, so there was going to be a level where you could just, get the app for free and you'd get some certain content. But this stuff is all set up for you to go, this ain't enough. I need this other thing, right? I'm trying to figure out like how you're going to do that, but give them like a sample of like, every discipline, right? Yet kind of hold them to still being kind of hungry for a little bit more. So I'm sure that's the intent, right? So we'll see what's up with that. And I'm thinking if your goal is to get a whole bunch of subscribers, then some of these tiers probably going to have to be relatively inexpensive. So I know it's $12.99 now, but these tiers might be a little lower than that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. What that actually means. I'm interested in what it means from a revenue perspective too. Because are there going to be some people that go, you know what? I ain't paying $12.99 if you got a $6.99 version. So I don't know.
You're always going to have those people that say that, though.
Yeah.
So they always want the most for the least. I mean, as it is right now, you have people who have a bike who want to pay the app price. Well, I gotta pay $44 when she paid $12.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, come on.
I used to hear that a lot. People be like, that ain't right.
Oh, it's so annoying.
They getting all that, and I'm paying $44. They paying $13. Yeah, I used to hear that a lot. That's funny.
It's so annoying. I roll my eyes every time.
All right, I got a question. See, I'm over here like with these conspiracy theories and all. So one day last week, I look up and there's a post about Robin at the Today Show. Robin Arzon and Drew, they sitting in the audience while Hoda Kotb talking to Michelle Obama, right? The next day, I look up on the Today Show, Jess King up on that joint. The next day come, I look up Allie Love out there showing people how to do Pilates. Why Peloton all on the Today Show like every day, like 3 straight days? What's going on with this? NBC Universal looking at Peloton? What's going on with this?
And Jess was there not that long ago, Jess Sims.
They got a cozy relationship going on, right? I don't see them on ABC or CBS. Why I keep seeing all these Peloton instructors day after day on the Today Show?
I don't know. But the Today Show has a lot of people who actually use Peloton.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
They have quite a few that are regular users that were users before Peloton became like Peloton.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Courtney said it wasn't no Pilates, it was bar. You right. My bad, Courtney. You know me, I be messing it all up. But it was 3 days in a row. So I started, I'm trying to figure, are they like in some collaboration? They partnering? Is something bigger coming? What is this? But yeah, you're right. There are a lot of people on the show that have just been fans or riders or runners or what have you for a while. So maybe it's just kind of a benign thing. Could be.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, some kind of partnership of some kind does not seem out of the realm of possibilities. Partner with a lot of people for a lot of different things.
Yeah, I mean, right, exactly. Yeah, and you're right, Courtney. I saw Kendall was on there. That was a month or so ago. Maybe a couple months ago. I remember that. They just tend to have a lot of Peloton folks up on there, but definitely this past week it was just like 3 straight days in a row, which made me go, "What in the world? What?" I ain't gonna start no conspiracy theories. I'm just saying my eyebrow rose a little bit, trying to figure out what's happening, But I did enjoy it. I did enjoy all of them. I liked seeing Robin out there. You could tell they were really excited. And Allie was out there killing it like she always does. That was nice to see. So, yeah, that was cool. All right. What do we have next on the list? Oh, I'm wondering about this. I want to know what you guys think about this. I noticed that Peloton dropped that they now have the PowerZone indicator on the bike. Now, I guess if I was more of a PowerZone person, maybe I'd have a better feel for what that would mean to the community. But I'm not, so I don't really know. Is that a big thing?
It was about time.
It was about time?
That's good.
It's a good thing?
And I just got into PowerZone probably like last year.
Yeah.
And I think that was super needed for the zone that you should be in, because sometimes people just go over and you look at their metric and like, what zone were you riding in? Like, what? And you shouldn't be really paying attention to the leaderboard because everybody's zone is different.
Right.
But just to help you make sure that you're not going over, and if you're like in a 4-minute block, to make sure that you're staying within that zone, that was really dope. So I think it was absolutely needed.
Okay, I like that then. Yeah, I just didn't know how to gauge it. I didn't know if it was going to be something that a lot of people like you just said, like, oh, it's about time we needed to get that out there. Or if it was going to be something
and sometimes the blocks are so long, you forget like what zone you're supposed to be in. So just having that indicator right there is really dope.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So can y'all hear me now?
Yep, we hear you.
Am I out of the matrix, away from the cows?
Yep.
So I was always saying that I'm not a big PZ fan, but I remember taking a ride, and I've told my girls this story several times. I was taking a ride with Dennis, and he talked so much that I stayed in like zone 4 for like 5 minutes, and I was supposed to be in a recovery zone, but I tuned him out because he didn't stop talking. And he reminds me of like the high uncle that comes to the barbecue and wants to talk about his glory days, right?
Why are you like this? Why are you like this?
Everybody got one of those uncles. And you kind of just tune them out because it's the same damn story you just heard, 3 weeks ago, right?
Right.
So I tuned him out, and I'm like steady riding in zone 4, and then he's like, okay, 1 more minute, and we're back in zone 4, and I'm like, what? What you mean back in zone 4?
I've been here, but only for the people that
I ain't never left.
Well, see, for that alone, yeah, they needed to add that.
Yeah, and if you play your own music, because, it's not a secret, like, PowerZone music is not the best. That's why I don't really ride with anybody else but Matt.
Yeah.
So for the people that turn off the music and turn off the queuing and don't want subtitles, because me, unlike Danielle, I'm not Superwoman, so I can't be reading shit and doing this. The little indicator on the bottom is going to be really helpful if you're playing your own music and kind of vibing out and want to stay within class zones. So
right.
I definitely think it's about time. That's a really dope feature.
They've been dropping features. I mean, Uncle Barry said that, they were going to start dropping stuff, and they just been dropping thing after thing after thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the value of all of them, but they've been dropping a lot of stuff.
And I feel like it's happening faster. Well, you know they're listening. But but I feel like it's been happening faster than the things before. Like when we were waiting for Foley, he'd be like, "Oh, this is coming," like the pause button, and then it didn't come for 7 more months. I feel like these things are kind of like dropping at a more timely pace, you know?
Fantastic. Since you're listening, people, you see the Just Run feature? Because I say it on my Instagram, and I ain't popular no more, so the people ain't listening to me. Since they listen to this, hear me out. That Just Run feature for outdoor, you know how you put your little mileage in for the Just Run feature on the tread?
Mm-hmm.
Can we bring that outside? Can I see how many miles I'm running, not just my heart rate and the time from my watch? Can that happen? Because I don't want to have to pull out my phone on a long run every damn Sunday.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? To see how many miles I got going on. I want to look at my watch.
I just have to tell you, I've been asking for the Just Run feature, John. How long did I ask for it?
Oh yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been years.
Okay.
I feel like years I was asking for the Just Run feature.
And it's so stupid. Like, I want to put in, I love that we were able to put in a goal on the tread. Fantastic. That's cute. But the screen's right in front of me. Like, damn, I can't miss it, right? Whatever. That's fine. Can that feature be on my watch? So when I'm outside running, I know that I've made it. Because sometimes, you just lose track of time and you want to be able to look at your watch and not look at your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, people.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying you got years to go. That's all. I started this campaign years ago, so now you have years to go.
Well, the people listening now.
They listen.
Working.
Stuff be moving now. I mean, it ain't like it was before because I'm with you, Danielle. I mean, I must have heard about that pause button for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And
No, Jess, you know what they should also have? Like, when you stack your classes, when you go outside, like you can stack maybe outside runs and walks, and they just go one after another without you having to go in and start the class.
Oh yeah,
like
that's
the
a good one.
next one should start, so you don't have to. I don't do that many more classes outside because I do not like to pull my phone out and try to find and start the class. So that's one thing that they should do for the. Yes.
I agree with that. That's
John, call your people.
You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to me. You ain't trying to hear what I'm trying to say. They ain't trying to answer. But I'm with you on that one. I mean, if you outside and you running, they have to pull your phone out to reach. Now, when I was running outside, I wasn't hardcore like y'all. I took one class. There ain't no way I was gonna be outside taking 2, 3 classes. So I didn't need all that. But I can understand because there were times when either I would plan it. So the distance of my run, I had a goal to get back to my house by the time the class had ended. And so if it was a slow day, right, I ain't quite home yet. And so now the class over, so now I got to put something else on. And just pulling out my phone and changing it to something else, right, so that I don't have the monotony was annoying. Now, if we talking about you stacked classes, yeah, I hear y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. Like, you got a freaking 15-miler and you pulling out your phone every damn class. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Or you want to know how much in your 15-miler that you have left, or how many you've done. At least an indication, like 1 mile done, something. I got crickets.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that feature. They need to add that. I like that one right there. Now, see, you done put it out in the universe, and they wouldn't listen to Danielle. We're gonna see if it happened now.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see if this happens.
We'll see.
Well, I always say I'm like the black sheep. Peloton doesn't listen to anything I say, so it's good.
But they be listening now. I don't know with Uncle Barry they be dropping stuff I didn't think they was gonna ever do. They drop now. So not because I didn't think the features made any sense. It just John Foley took so long. I just thought he had something against it. Like with the pause button, I just assumed he got something against that because people been asking for that for years. They ain't never happened. Then all of a sudden it happened. So.
But also being able to filter for hashtags in strength classes.
Ooh.
Yep, or followers.
Does no one want that feature?
Any of that. That would be nice too.
Ooh, yeah.
Or we'd be able to filter on the guide or hand out
how we can do for every other modality.
Right. Ooh, yeah, I like that. But wait, I don't know what you talk about, D, but you talk about we talking about John Foley and you talking about rugs. Like, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. But that's funny. But yeah, I think we might, some of this stuff might just start to drop now.
Oh, wait, John, I have a good one.
Okay.
How about a class doesn't count if it's not more than 5 minutes?
Lord.
You mean like a 1 minute run? A 1 minute run shouldn't count? Is that what you're trying to say? A 1 minute run shouldn't count?
I'm drinking.
A
class should be deleted if it's not more than 5 minutes. Like a 5 minutes warm up, a 5 minute cool down.
Oh, Lord.
If it's less than that, you need to delete it.
You make these people hot. Go to your corner. You better leave them with that little 1 minute just run.
Okay. You gonna start a fight talking about that.
All I know was that if I knew that was a thing, I would have hit a milestone with Allie back in July when I was in the studio. Like I didn't know that was a thing. Nobody told me. I was like 10 rides away from a milestone. I was like, I could have took 10 1 minute rides and hit a milestone.
I had never even, y'all just told me so. I had never even thought of that.
Yeah, people are wild. It's I don't know. I would have never thought of it. That's because that's not the type of people that we are.
That's a new one on me. You can't unsee it. I just learned that right now. That's a new one on me.
No.
Oh, it happens. It just happened.
Take a 1 minute ride. You could just do 10 of them joints in 10 minutes. You good.
Yep. All
Lord.
And get priority.
That's rude.
Hold on.
What kind of shit is that?
You know what I mean? I had to hit a button on that. For real. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. That's a new one on me. That's a good one. Yeah, I guess my mind just don't work like that. That's a good one. Wow. All right.
No, because even when you're sitting and eating chips, you delete it.
You know what I'm saying? I don't leave it out there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I just thought of something. I think Tammy asked me about this. Off the topic. It's off this topic. A week or two ago, we was talking about that ride that Kendall did, and Uncle Barry just kind of walked up in on her, and there wasn't nobody in there in the class. No, but I heard somebody did. You took it?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I absolutely did.
Was it awkward?
And it was awkward. It was like, oh, hi, Barry. But you can't see him. Legitimately was just like Steph looking for him, like, maybe I see like an eye or something. Maybe I see a piece of his ear. Like, I just wanted to see, like, what is this man doing? And he absolutely came into the class, and she finished the entire class with him there. It was strange.
Wait a minute. You never really see him. You just see her startled, and then she's going, oh,
correct.
She
looked up and she was like, oh, guys, my boss just walked in. Hi, Barry. And she's like, hop on a bike. And he's like, no. She's like, I don't mind. I'm not opposed. It's freaking weird.
Wow.
Because it looks like she's talking to Jesus. Like, no one's there. Like, you can't see him. You know what I mean? So She looks like she got issues. But he just pops into the room. It is very, very strange.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, we were supposed to, some of us was going to watch it, and then we were going to come back the next week and talk about what we saw, and I completely forgot to watch it.
You couldn't even watch it. You had one assignment.
I had one assignment.
To watch.
One.
I asked you to take it.
And you know what? I didn't even have to get on the bike. All I had to do was watch it. I still messed it up.
This is ridiculous.
This is why we have Jess Minardi, though.
See? I knew somebody watched it. Somebody did. Did you watch it, Danielle? Oh, but you took it, huh?
No, I didn't take it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't take it or watch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's some wild stuff, though. That's some interesting stuff. I would have freaked out.
It was very strange. Can you please watch it this way? After you take Hannah's class and you're exhausted from it,
right? You
can watch Kendall's class. You understand? You see the key words here?
Yeah, and Kendall, that's my girl. And I really should just take it, but I ain't. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check
the playlist is a vibe,
right?
And like going in, it was just really strange the way it all happened. And like, then you're just like awkwardly staring at the screen. Even though I know you won't be able to see him because Steph told us.
Right.
I'm still searching for him. Like, maybe she couldn't see, but maybe I could see.
Right.
No, you can't.
You can't see. Dang. Yeah, that's crazy right there. All right, I'm gonna check that one out. I got 2 assignments now. I got Hannah's run.
Yes.
And then cause that's a mandatory because you got me all hyped up on that one. See,
Hannah's run is so good.
Okay.
Like, it's so stinking good. Like how you like Camilla's, you'll like this one even more.
Okay. All right. So I like Camilla's. Okay. All right. You got me all hyped up on this one. Gonna have me all tired. Okay. And then afterwards, I can just watch Kendall's. Okay. That'll work. That's a plan. I can do that. All right. Did anybody else see it? No? All right. Well, anyways, I'll check it out. I'll give y'all my report next week. See what I see. I'm going to be doing the same thing as you. I'm going to be seeing if maybe y'all just missed something. See what I see something. You know?
You ain't going to see shit.
I'm going to say, they didn't see it. But my eyes ain't good anyway. Like, I'm going to see something. But all right. What else we got? You know, I didn't really read this one in detail. I just kind of saw the little ad about it, and it completely threw me. So, you know how Tonal got, the sensors in the arms, the handles, the smart sensors. And I know they have a camera, but I don't know how much they use it really for computer vision. But now they got this new feature where you could throw something on your smartphone and set it up to the side on like a desk or something, and now it'll be displaying like your side view of your form on the screen, and they're going to be doing computer vision off the software that's on your phone being sent to the device too. Did you guys see that? It's like now you can use your phone to create another camera for Tonal to be checking out your phone.
I saw that. I haven't tried it out. I don't think it's been pushed out to everyone yet.
Oh, okay.
I heard it was in like beta, and some people had the feature, some didn't. I didn't try to. What I should have done this morning before my workout was update my app, and I didn't try to. So I'm going to do it before my workout tomorrow, and I'll report back.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to figure. I mean, this is interesting for a few reasons. Number one, I can't remember the name of the app, but like 2 years ago, there was an app that came out on iPhone that's all it was. It was just an app on the iPhone that you could use to give you like form correction and it was computer vision based thing just from your phone. And then we know that with the what's the other strength training connected fitness, Tempo. They came out with the Move, and it has like a software that could be on your iPhone, and you can just throw that in this little dock, this little cradle, and it's doing computer vision from your phone, right? So like it's almost like they kind of took a little page from that, except that theirs is integrated with their major hardware. Like whatever's being recorded from your phone is now being displayed side by side on the Tonal. Which also made me think like something that you said earlier, Jessica. It's like, is everybody starting to move now more towards like this AI,
The CIA is going to be all in our house. Mm-hmm.
I mean, we gonna have cameras. We already got cameras watching, like, the UPS dude drop off all our packages every day. There's a camera pointed out at everybody's street and everybody's curb. Now we gonna have cameras watching us work out all across our house? Well.
Oh my goodness, don't start with that, because you remember when the guide was released?
Uh-huh.
And there was people who was freaking out about
it. Oh, they was mad. Remember that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they was like, yeah, this ain't even right. What they doing with these images? And when we were like, nah, they said that they just leaving them on the device. They ain't uploading them. And they was like, we don't even believe that. I remember that. That's right.
Oh, it was wild.
We started a whole mess with that one. I remember. Okay, I ain't gonna start it again. We started I did. I'm saying I started a whole mess with that one. Okay, I won't do that.
You always starting something.
I started a whole mess with that one.
You sure did.
These cameras is crazy. Well, now I'm off the cameras on Tonal. Now I'm just talking about the little Ring doorbell cameras that everybody, I got one like a couple years ago. And I didn't realize by getting that, I'm also like all of a sudden in like this network of your neighborhood, right? So now anything happens in the
Yep, that's why we never
neighborhood,
put ours up.
you see, I be
Yeah.
getting all kind of messages. Yo, there was a bear walking through my front yard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get on like this. I don't know. It's kind of weird. That's why we still haven't put ours up. Like I bought it. Even Harry didn't even want Alexa in our house. Like he's just really particular about all these cameras. But
Yeah.
it's just the nature of where everything's going.
It be stressing me out. It be stressing me
I
out.
like it though.
I like it.
Ours, like our local police department and fire departments are on there.
Yeah.
So if there's like been an accident or a fire, they put that information on there. So
That
you
I
know.
like.
And then if someone reports something from their house, they don't tell you. You can't see their address. It'll say like in the vicinity of, and it gives you like a wide radius.
That's
So
what
if
I'm
I said
talking
my
about.
car was broken into, it doesn't tell you the street that I live on. It gives you like a 6-mile radius of where the car was broken into.
That's
but
what
it
I'm
doesn't really
talking about.
give you deep dive info.
That's what it be stressing me out. I'm realizing it's stressing me out because it'll be like, yo, so-and-so's packages got stole off their porch, and then they got the video on there, and you'll see the person jump out their car and steal the packages off the porch. I'll be like, yo, that's messed up. How close was they to my house? And they give you that radius. It's like a 5-mile radius in every direction. Like, I don't know. What is that
And you
telling
ain't
me?
got a damn clue how close that is.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know where they at.
See, that's why I deleted the Nextdoor app because I don't want to know all that stuff. Like, you're not gonna give me a heart attack.
I'm stressing out every day with all these messages. Goodness gracious. I don't need to know all this no more. I just wanted to see when the
Listen, I
person...
need info.
I
need to know. I need to know what's happening.
I just wanted to know when DoorDash was there. That's all I wanted to know. I just wanted to know when DoorDash showed up. I ain't need to know all this other stuff. Anyway, I got us off topic. I was thinking about... And then, you know, the camera caught me one day. I was on the side of the house spraying a wasp nest. Then them things started chasing me, and I'm running around the house. And then Erica gonna take the video and start showing it to people. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know about all this Ring stuff.
So, funny story. Last winter, there was like a little bit of snow on the ground, and there was a bag of mulch sitting in my front. And I tried to like step around it. I had 2 cups of coffee. I was coming in. I tried to step around it, and I legit fell on my ass.
On the camera.
Coffee, though.
On the camera.
And I'm like, Paul, if you post that video of me falling in the driveway, it's grounds for divorce. I was like, if my video becomes viral, we are fighting.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, legitimately gonna fight.
You know what I mean?
Did not post it.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's got all this stuff happening now. These cameras everywhere. Now we're going to have them on all our exercise equipment. Oh, I ain't going to start it. Let me stop.
But I don't, you know what? The cameras on the exercise equipment, I think they're really needed let me speak for myself. For me, I don't mind it. The form correction, the artificial intelligence. I want to make sure as someone that's been injured before that I never injure myself while working out. I shouldn't say never because sometimes it happens, right?
Right.
But as much assistance that I can get to make sure that my form is correct, I'm engaging all the right muscles, and I'm getting the most out of my workout, I think it's amazing, and I think it's very smart. And I think we all can benefit from it. I would hate to have bad form and then really, really injure myself.
I like the idea that, I mean, we all know that, like, you know, you can't beat the idea of a personal trainer there helping guide you, telling you what you need to do, and then telling you when your form is, you know, not quite right, how you should adjust. I mean, you can't really beat that individual doing that. But if you could create automation for that your hardware and software could replace this personal trainer and tell you the same stuff. I mean that's innovation. So I you know, a few years ago when I first kind of saw that coming, outside of being just in video games, right now into the fitness space, I was saying the same thing. I was like, oh. In a second, you're not going to be able to sell a connected fitness device if it doesn't have that. I mean, I'm assuming that's the future. But it didn't really evolve. That didn't really happen. And I'm maybe it's just because the pandemic happened and then they didn't need to do that because they were just selling stuff like hotcakes. And then people started going back to the gym, and now they couldn't afford to do that because they was laying people off. Maybe it just got delayed until now. You know what I mean? Could be maybe now.
Yeah, I
maybe
agree.
now's the time. Maybe it's about to hit us.
Yeah.
But
It's for me, experiencing it with the guide and with the tonal, it's been amazing. Especially with the tonal, it's really dope.
wow. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Yeah, and like we were talking about, I mean, Tread Plus got this thing coming. The Rowers got some form of it. Tonal's now adjusting their model. We've already watched Tempo adjust what they're doing. I hear Mirror's done something relative to that. I mean, yeah, maybe it just all got delayed because all this craziness was happening over the last 2-3 years. Maybe it's about to happen now. And I know I've seen that whole form device out there. I haven't seen too many people that have it, but I know they do that big. I heard they got 2 cameras in that device.
They give you a whole personal trainer too, and like you can do live sessions. I was actually looking at it, and then you answer questions on like.
Oh, is it just me?
Black man.
Jess has joined the Matrix.
Jess in the Matrix?
Oh my God.
Oh, there she back.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, you back. You back out the
I'm
Matrix.
In the oh, my bad. I was saying I answered like all the questions for the form just to see what it was like and go on.
Oh, she back in the Matrix.
She did not take the right pill.
She took the red pill or something. I don't know what one she took.
She took the green one.
She took the green one?
Random pill.
She took
the green one.
She took a new one. We don't know nothing about.
A new one. We don't even know where she at.
You don't know what.
Shut up. All right.
Maybe she coming to visit me and the cows.
She out there with you and the cows. That's what it is.
Maybe.
That's all right. But we gonna follow this.
Yeah,
This.
about the nice looking black man they gave me.
They gave who? They give you what?
The nice looking black man as my trainer. Y'all didn't hear that part?
No. You mean on the
man.
Who gave you a nice looking black man? Where?
On the form, after you tell them, like, you answer some questions, you tell them what your goal is, etc., and they assign you a personal trainer. They gave me this nice looking black man. I was like, y'all people know me, y'all listening. It was very, very nice. I mean, I didn't sign up, obviously.
Oh, you tried it out like at the forum?
They gave me the same one.
You tried it out like at one of those forums?
Whatever. Danielle, you sit in your lane. I don't care.
So you tried it out?
They was just giving out that black dude. They was just giving out that black dude.
Everybody got the black dude. Everybody got the black dude.
Everybody got the black dude.
She didn't know that, but everybody got the black dude.
They knew
Sorry
we
to
was
bust
black.
your bubble.
Did we have to check a box that we were black first?
You know what I'm saying?
Did we do
I don't remember.
I went out there. I got the black dude. Everybody got the black dude. No.
They were like, y'all women here. Here's a black dude.
Ooh, that's funny. I'm gonna have to go out there and do that for real now. I didn't know y'all checked it out. I gotta check it out. I ain't do that. I was so hype on them when they announced because everybody was so over the top with Tonal. Tonal people in the beginning were just like Peloton people. I mean, they were fanatical. And then all of a sudden Forum said, it was all like hypothetical. We about to drop something. It's going to be bigger than the Tonal and it's going to allow you to stream music better than the Tonal. And it's going to have 4K. It's going to be the quality, Ultra HD. And we're going to give you the ability to use weights or the arms. And we're going to have 2 cameras. Like everything was better, right? But it was all hypothetical, right? They didn't have no product. They were saying all this stuff. And I was like, oh, snap. So I went all in. I'm like, I'm getting one of these forms. You know what I'm saying? Forget this Tonal thing. I'm getting a form. So I got on the list, for updates. And I put down money to to pre-order and all that stuff. A year later, they gave me my money back and said, we don't know when we're going to release. So then they lost me after that. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's wild.
You know, at the time, the CEO hit me up too because he was like, "Oh, John, you really interested in it?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm interested in it." So he called me. We had like an hour conversation. He was talking about all the stuff he was going to be doing, what he was going to be dropping. I was so inspired by it. I thought, and he was talking about the platform for trainers and how they were going to allow them to kind of like profit from having classes on that platform, right? And I just
That's
thought it was
dope.
genius. When he was talking to me about it, I thought it was just genius. I was like, this is unbelievable. Because at the time, if you remember, Peloton instructors, this is like 3 years ago. At the time, Peloton instructors, some of them had like side gigs. And I kept thinking, wow, wouldn't that be nice if Peloton could keep that in-house? So like if they had some type of a side gig, they could do it right on the platform, right within the hardware and on the same platform where they're employed. And then Peloton could benefit from it. So if they're going to do like individual training sessions, they would do them right on the Peloton platform. So I just thought it was genius when I was talking to them. I was like, yeah, this is next level stuff. But then they lost me when they just never released. They just never released.
As long as the trainers aren't yelling at people about eating blueberries.
Here's what I want to know. See what I'm saying? Like,
Why you like this, Danielle?
If you like get up and you got to go to a personal training session, in your exercise room, they can just see your whole. Now you got to clean up. Now you got to clean up before you do the session. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you don't have to. Have you ever seen some of the now videos that people post on TikTok? They don't do them shit.
You know how some people, like, I had some friends of mine, and they was like, "Oh, John, hold up. We got to do some cleaning up because the maid coming over." I'm like, you got a maid and you cleaning up before they come over? Like, is that
All
what?
right, I clean before the cleaners come. And Paul's
I
always like,
absolutely
Danielle, what are
clean
you
before
doing?
my cleaners come.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody do that. I think everybody do that. See,
They do usually.
I think that's what would be happening with this. It's like we'd be about to get up and do our little workout on the form, and then we realize how wide angle that camera is, and then we'd be cleaning up. We'll get a workout in cleaning up before we get on the session.
Be out of breath. Trying to be like, what you been doing? I'm already warm. Let's just hop to it.
You know
I don't
what I
need to
mean?
warm up.
Now I can't wear my holy shorts, and you know what I mean? I can't wear my messed up shirt. Now I gotta dress up for my workout. You know what I mean?
I always dress up for my workouts, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I be looking a hot mess. I be in all the wrong colors. I be in fluorescent green and red. You know what I mean? I just be in all kind of craziness. Like I just put on the first shirt and the first pair of shorts that come out the drawer. It don't even match.
Absolutely not. You have to feel good in your workout clothes, and you get a good workout in. It's representation of how well you're going to work out. No, you got to.
No, it's not.
Feel good, look
y'all
good.
don't listen
Yes,
to her.
it is.
Y'all don't listen to her bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
As long as you're working
Oh
out and
my
working out makes you
goodness.
feel good, it does not matter what clothes you wear.
This is how I be.
Don't listen to Jessica.
This is how I be afterwards.
No, and it got to be a matching set.
Afterwards, I look in the mirror all sweaty. I look a mess. Well, good thing I'm just gonna take it off right now because this is crazy. I can't go nowhere looking like this. Yeah, I be looking hot.
It doesn't make the important part is the workout. It's that you're not sitting on the sofa eating potato chips and watching the workout, but that you're actually working out. Why? I don't care what I look like.
No, your outfit does matter. Quality outfits matter.
It does not.
It does.
All right, I'm gonna
feel good. You should know that.
I'm gonna test this
out.
We
can agree to disagree, and I'm right and you're wrong.
I'm gonna test
what we're calling it.
I'm gonna test this theory out. I'm gonna tell Erica that tomorrow I'm gonna go buy a couple new short sets. I'm gonna have them all coordinated, and I'm gonna start working out.
I bet you $5 you'll do more workouts because you're gonna want to use your new workout clothes.
See, you might be right.
Why do you think my ass work out all the time?
You might be right. You might be right.
Clothes I gotta test out.
You work out all the time because you're crazy.
Nobody asked you to do it.
You might be right. I'm gonna try it though. Okay, I got a question. Cody, right now, is it over yet? He had to laugh out loud. Cody with the guy from NSYNC. What's his name? JC
Chavez, I think.
Yes, he finished. That's why I came back. I left and came back.
Okay. How was
It was
that?
cute.
Was it? You said it was cute. You know when black people say it's cute, it's a question.
No, I liked it. This might be my favorite one.
Okay.
Because I like boy band music, and B, I love Emma. They literally, first of all, I was confused because Emma had cages. She didn't like have her shoes on, and I was like, this bitch is about to get up and do something. And so I was like, what is going on? And I mean, Cody's messy as fuck. So like the Smasher Pat, like everything was peak messy. They were talking about Thanksgiving coming up, right?
Okay, yeah.
The beginning segment. And Cody was like, which instructors, food would you not get seconds of? And Emma's like, well, I never seen Alex cook a day in his life, so absolutely not. And then Cody was like, oh, I'm sorry, Robin, I don't want to eat no vegan shit. You can keep that. Like, I was dying, you know, like this was possibly my favorite segment. They were like, who are the messy aunties that get too drunk? They get a little too lit. And then literally Emma was like, I'm sorry, but Tunde. And Cody was like, Allie can join her. Like, it was a mess.
Deidre said the same thing in the chat. She said she felt like it was the best one, too.
It was so funny. I was like, y'all are coming for people. I was cracking up. And then Emma hops off the bike with Cody during the little transition part when, you know, clearly the stagehands have to bring a second bike to the stage. And they do the choreo. And I was like, come on, get it. Fuck it up. Like, I'm looking at my screen. I'm like, let's go. And then JC comes out, and I didn't realize, this is how I know I'm getting old, because JC looked old. He looked like a middle-aged man. I was like, he is a middle-aged man, because he's 46.
He is a middle-aged man.
But I was like, because, you know, like, JC was bae. Like, I was like, I used to love him. Like, I was like, oh, damn. I'm like, if JC is old, then I'm getting old, right? Because I was like, damn. Like, I felt my mortality very quickly. But he was real cute. He got on the little bike, whatever. I mean, Cody still had his climbing to Jesus, because, again, he called up something ridiculous, like 60 cadence, like 70 resistance for a good block. Like, he stays doing those, like, like, so if you treat it like if it was a steady state ride, like if you actually follow the call outs, you will sweat, because it's basically a gay sweat steady, because he really was like, oh, we're just gonna go climb to Jesus. What? Wow. Like, sir, I'm trying to laugh. I'm trying to kiki. Why are you making me climb?
Exactly.
Respectfully. But the best part was the last, like, little segment, which is like, you know, hi boo, bye boo, for those of you, you know, he gives a category like, yes, do you like it, or no, do you like it?
Right.
But of course, it was remixed to bye 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 boo. And then it was 90s fashion. All of a sudden, the instructors be coming out as if it was a 90s fashion show. Marcel out here in the juicy velour sweatsuit and Uggs with the belly chain. She looked good as hell. I was like, come on, bitch. Like, come on. Serving us body, yaddy, yaddy.
Wow.
They had the new row guy that is boring and shit. No, they had homeboy wearing like some, you know, serial rapist shirt. Like, Cody kept saying, like, you look like you don't respect boundaries. Wow. It was messy, like hilarious. They had cute little Katie come out with the butterfly clips and skirt over pants. Like, she was looking like an extra in High School Musical. I was like, baby, what is this?
Wow.
And then Ross committed by having a little fucking eyebrow piercing, a bucket. He looked like he went to a Dave Matthews Band like concert with like the cargo short. It was a look. He committed to the look.
Yo, I got a couple people in here talking about, the
puka shell necklace. It was a hot mess. Like, I was cracking up. I'm just Team Marcel, because baby looked so good with the teeth and good. She looked good. Even with her sweaty ass feet in them Uggs, she looked good.
I mean, I'm sitting here just like scrolling through. I done seen a couple people up in here talking about JC. They like, yo, he look old. And then somebody else over here said too much Botox. Dang, it was like that.
He looked old. Like, I was like, baby. I'm like, Lance Bass don't look like that. I'm like, is it because he gay and he keeping up with his routine? Because I was like, ain't nobody look like, why you look so old?
I mean, the pictures. He looked good in the pictures. They was fronting in the pictures.
Some people are photogenic and not telegenic.
Oh,
right?
okay, you right.
Like, I feel like I look better in pictures than I do on video. But I mean, I look good all day. But this is a preference. But like, I'm just saying, some people look better in stills than they do in dynamic. And JC looked old as hell. JC looked old as hell.
So you're saying some people look better photo airbrushed?
No,
'Cause
I'm just saying, like, some people, like, you can pose, right? Photo shoot, pose, your angles. Video captures everything, baby. Like, you can't hide a double chin you can't hold your body like that. If you got a double chin, you got a double chin. Like, live your best life. It's like, what's her face from Love is Blind? Alexa's beautiful in pictures, right? Like, you actually, but like, I didn't understand because I was like seeing the thing. I'm like, girl, you're not fat. But then you see her in pictures, like, oh, girl, you like me, like you got a little cushion for the pushing, like, but she's not fat. But like, you actually see like that she is not, a twig in video. But on Instagram, baby girl is snatched, right?
Right.
Cheekbones to the gods because it's a photo. So that's the thing. This was my favorite one just because it was so messy and hilarious. And shout out to all the instructors who like play along. And Emma's cool as a cucumber, and they really out here did the whole bye choreo.
See, now this is what y'all do to me every week. Y'all tell me about these rides, and y'all make them sound like they the best rides I done ever missed. See, now I got to take this one too. See, that's what y'all do. Yeah, see. That sounds really good. Now I want to see this one.
Now we know damn well you ain't gonna take this ride.
It's fine if you don't take it. I mean, the best question, in my opinion, was when he asked JC if he ever had to sign a titty.
Yeah.
And JC was like,
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, he goes, have you ever had to sign a titty? The way I almost fell off the bike, y'all. I literally was about to kill myself. And he was like,
I have to take the very first one with Matt and this one because this one.
Matt had the wig changes. He had different personas per wig, baby. He had them shake and goes.
I love it. I cannot wait.
Oh my God. JC was like, I have signed skin before. You know him. Look at that media training. Once media trained, always media trained. It was funny as shit though. I really enjoyed it.
Oh man. That one sounds good right there. I like the feed. I might watch that one. You know what I mean? I might watch that one.
I'm glad you clarified.
Let me clarify. I might watch that one. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Oh, wait a minute. Courtney said she's trying to get on stage. Am I missing her? Come on up, Courtney. Oh, wait a minute. I see her now.
Requested anything.
She's
not in there.
It didn't show her in there, but when I went in there, I see her. Oh yeah, she was in there.
I just wanted to say the last one. That's because we don't want
what you're selling today, Courtney.
Oh.
What's going on, Courtney?
Come back another day.
Well, damn. I just had two things to say, or three things. One, I took the class. Things. Yep, I took the class that Jess Minardi took. I love you.
You took which one, Courtney? What'd you take?
The class that you all asked us to take where Barry came in with Kendall. I just wanted
the Kenny
to support.
R&B ride.
Right.
Yes, I just wanted to support Jess because at the time I wasn't on stage. That I took that as well, and Kenny was so professional but super awkward.
I told you. Baby,
yeah.
like you, baby, better than me.
So professional, because I'd have been like, "What the hell, you?" I was
better than me. She was like, "Hi, everyone. Our CEO just walked in or whatever." I was like, "Baby," I think I messaged her after. I was like, "Kudos, deserve that."
Kudos, kept it together. So I just wanted to say, Minardi was not the only one. I also took that one too. And then just the second thing is the LOL Cody last week with Carly Ray. Is it Gibson?
Right.
Cody was also, Steph, I don't know how you felt about this, but I felt like he was lightweight the questions, kind of reading Kendall for her previous relationship.
Yo, you gotta.
So I was like, he is messy.
Cody is.
Wait a minute. What? What was he doing?
Wet? Cody. Okay, so. Cody was out here reading Kendall a little bit because if you recall, she was like all about her man on the internet.
Right. I remember that.
Right. And so he like was building some house or whatever in the Poconos. And she would spend all her weekends like going and building the house with him.
I remember all of that.
Yes, of course, because it was all over social media.
Right.
So Cody threw a little shade about like, oh, you over here building houses no more? And she was like, not without me being on the deed. Like I was crying. Kendall was like, we not doing this.
They messy. He messy with it.
Kendall's ready to tussle. The girls are ready to fight. So Kendall will give it just as good as she gets it versus like Emma, who will just like, you can't make me choose between my cats. Like, why are you making me expose that time that I have to dance barefoot in a hip hop music video? Like, all of this, like, ridiculous shit. Like, it's really entertaining because, again, the girls tussle. The girls.
I love it. It was like
which episode was that?
This was the one last week, right?
Okay.
With the Carly Rae Jepsen. But I just loved how you knew that it was lighthearted between them, right? But it was like both of them was like, you know, Cody was messy and Kendall was scrappy. And I don't know. I just enjoyed the kind of like sweet saltiness of it all. I am really enjoying this series. I have to say, but I just wanted to talk about the one last week.
Well, you know what
was funny though.
Well, you know
Kenny
what
was like, what we're not gonna do is this.
Well, you know what we got. They obviously have that type of dialogue outside of this series, right? Like, cause I'm sure that didn't just show up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because he knew. So it was like, you know, he knew probably more than what, you know, we see that, you know, she posted about her previous relationship. So that's what I'm saying. It was just nice to kind of bring a little bit of that behind the scenes banter for all of us to see for just like a general kind of like entertainment. So it was enjoyable. I loved it because I knew it was all in fun, all in love, but you know, kind of like that best friend that's like throwing you shade, but you know that they mean well.
Right. Wow. You know, once all that
she
stuff.
Looked good too with her little space buns. They really do it up with like the hair and makeup for these rides.
Yeah.
Like they like go, because Cody will dress to theme too.
Yeah.
So like today he was wearing like, it was like if a Bratz doll needed a boyfriend, like full on like hippy dippy tie-dye green like top and like pants. Like it was
cute. He was cute. I even liked his little thin little gold chain that he had on, and I love Kenny's shorts. I was like, oh, I want those. But yeah, it was on point.
Emma was giving what Cody calls butthole lipstick. You know, like the dark lipstick. That's what I'm saying. Like this one was hilarious because he kept going in about butthole lipstick. I was like, if this man don't shut up.
Yo, see, this is good. I like this. You know what? They need to do like, well, I guess you got to have like the personalities, I guess, to do more things like this, though, right? You know, I mean, I remember the Jess
It's
King
really
experience.
well done.
Yeah.
Like, it's like really, like, shout outs to the production team, shout outs to Shaka and Asia, shout outs to like all of the behind the scenes guys, because the amount of planning that has to go into like making this kind of production work. Like, yeah, but guys, this is a TV show. This is a full TV show. Like, they got to know which marks they got to make. That's why they do the little transition between like them when Cody leaves the stage and then like goes into the crowd. Because that's when they're switching out the stage from having one bike to two.
Wow.
You don't notice it, but then I'm like, oh, wait, where did that second bike come from? Like, if you have common sense, then you're like, oh, duh. This is the sleight of hand. But that's like the beautiful TV magic that happens because of this ride. And I really appreciate the production value that they put into this.
Yeah.
Because it feels like an evolution of, yes, like the Jess King experience.
Right.
Any of the other like themed rides.
Right.
And it's way more fun because there's people in the audience. Like Cody put Emma on blast being like, are you a real cat lady? Name every famous cat. And people in the audience were out here trying to help her.
Name every famous cat.
Being like, like Tony the Tiger, bitch. Like Garfield. Like it was a mess.
That's a mess right there. Well, you know, they kind of advertised it like it was like, you know, like a network show. And if you consider Peloton their own kind of, you know, platform network kind of television broadcast, then that would make sense, right? So yeah, it still makes me go back to like, how many can they do other things like that? Like, you know, I want to see where they go with this. Is it just gonna be Cody's LOL Cody? Is it gonna be something else? You know, but this one sounds good.
I don't know, but I wanted to comment because I really have enjoyed it. Like, more than I thought, and it really exceeded expectations. To Seth's point, just the production, the coordination, the guests, the instructors, it's really, really good.
Wow.
And this feels like a smooth rollout.
Yes, it's smooth, and it's not like an easy class. You know, he just says, okay, we're gonna have, you know, 50 cadence, you know, or 50 resistance, and you're gonna be at like 80. And you're like, wait a minute, did you forget about us?
Steady.
we over here
Gay
struggling.
power zone.
Exactly is what it is. It's like,
Oh,
wait
that
a minute,
sounds
I'm over here
delicious.
pushing.
Like, I'm telling you,
So
it's
yes, Jess,
giving
you will
steady
love it.
state bullshit. Like, this is
I
not my
love it.
ministry.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it because it's
Oh,
for
I
like
can't
the
wait.
power zone, like sweat steady. It puts me in the mind of that, but I'm
Yes.
working, but I'm not really thinking of how much I'm working because I'm like into the messy entertainment. So
You know what's
it's just really
interesting?
good.
You know what's interesting
Mhm.
about this to me is we talked about I'm thinking, I don't even remember her name, Carly Rae Jepsen, and for about a hot second. And then we talked about this in this episode, we talked about JC Chasez for like a hot second. But the rest of the conversation is about Cody and the production value in the show in and of itself. Like these celebrities, we ain't even talking about them. What's up with that?
I mean, it's the thing is,
What
it's like the
I gotta say
celebrity
about
is
Carly
there.
Lady?
It's there for the what's it called? I feel like it's a great way to introduce the artist series of the week, right? It's like,
Okay.
hey, it's like fucking, late night TV. Like they're really trying to make it like it's Jay Leno.
Right.
like he's Letterman. Like, oh, we're having our guests as they promote their new album. In this case, it's like we're having our new guests to go promote the new artist series that will premiere on Friday.
Wow.
To me, it like makes sense, and it's the only way you gonna get my lazy ass to ever do a PZ style class. Because the way this ain't my ministry, I hate doing steady state work, but I'm too busy kikiing to be like, oh yeah, and then some. It's whatever. Like the whole point is that you can adjust because this is not supposed to be a like Tabata or like you're not it's not a competitive class.
Yeah.
So like I also feel less inclined to be like checking the leaderboard 100 times to be like, oh, this bitch is climbing over me. Like I am just here to ride. And I find it a really welcome respite for me who likes intense shit and is best friends with Danielle who wants to kill me.
I'm just saying, before the celebrity was the focal point, I ain't hearing nothing about the damn celebrity. It sounds
because they also not getting like big ass celebrities for this. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Like
You're right.
it's like it's not the same.
Yeah.
Also, it's like if JC shows up at Cody's NSYNC class, it's probably gonna crash. I don't know what's gonna happen but like I was ready for the Justin Timberlake slander, but look at Cody. Look at that, like again, media training.
Right.
Look at the class. He was like, "Let me refrain so that we can get this man to come again."
Right.
But that's what I want to watch the NSYNC class for. Like, I just want to hear Cody be messy and talk about how JT is trash.
So I got a question. Does this? Y'all know me. I'll get up and just make sure I can hang out with Jess Sims for a minute and just watch a class. Does this like have legs like that? Like, could this port to somewhere where someone just watched it? No? Yeah?
Yeah.
I think people are because I'm not like Steph. I have little tiny, Lilliputian legs and I'm, pretty high. I think some people are just watching it based on the numbers.
Really? Wow.
I mean, it's entertaining. Like, it's funny. Like, I'm like working on the bike, like busting out laughing. Like, it's
this is hilarious.
It's hilarious.
That's what I'm like going with it. I'm like, yeah, I'm wondering like, could it like port? Like, I know they tried stuff on YouTube. That shit didn't really work that well. But I'm wondering whether or not like this could and import other places, not just YouTube. Could it go somewhere else where someone would watch it? Not just on the bike.
John in the chat, the other John, there's another John in the chat. He said he watched all three and he didn't do any work. He just watched them.
See, I like that. Of
course you like that. You already do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. Stop playing.
Exactly.
Stop playing.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, now I know I'm taking y'all over. Okay, but I got another question. NSYNC Artist Series, when does that start? Tomorrow? When does that start?
I think so. It's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow,
right?
Tomorrow's Cody's ride, and everything else that's going to start tomorrow.
I am pray for me because I did not cancel my Marcel class. I booked it being like, oh, whatever. And that was before, when you have to out here fighting for your life, trying to get a slot.
Right.
And then they put in the knot and it says 45 minutes and it's pop and it's a Friday, which means it's going to be pop violence about us. So pray for me because I don't trust this lady. And she's so mean to me. She sees me in the studio and she just wilds out.
Just go crazy.
I'm concerned. please, prayer warriors, I need some blessings.
Hey, it's Stephanie. Stephanie, I can take your spot.
Bitch, I'm not in California. Are you living
Nah,
here?
she gonna be out here.
I'll be there tomorrow morning. I'm just getting ready now, okay?
Exactly.
So, if you drink a lot, I encourage you to drink a lot tonight, and you can call me tomorrow and send me your vaccination card.
Oh, bitch, I'm playing hooky. I'm literally gonna be working from my cell phone, so I'm like remote, but I'm working. But then I'm gonna be on the tread, so whatever, it's fine.
That all
and Steph, you deserve everything that she gives you tomorrow.
You know what? You are so trife.
Yo, is anybody supposed to be?
Play the button, John.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I need the button right there.
Damn!
Listen, are there anybody? Do we think, or do we know, or we ain't got any insight? Is anybody gonna show up at one of these artist series classes? Like, is JC gonna all of a sudden come out the back, walking into one of these classes?
The only way that would actually be like super exciting is if they got all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you right.
Because I'm like, okay, JC. Again,
well, you
JC
know
was
who they
not
not
my
getting.
favorite.
Yeah, we know who ain't gonna be there.
JT is like NSYNC who?
You know what I mean?
How y'all still got my number?
You know what, Justin? We rebuke Justin because again of what he did to our queen Janet. So
right.
He's been canceled.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
That and him,
I was gonna
his
say
being
Janet.
fake, being blank.
Janet can come to the NSYNC ride.
True, like that would be true justice.
That would be the justice right there. Well,
I was like, no, Justin is trash, but with his little fake apologies, and he over here. But we're gonna get very off topic because I have very strong feelings about how.
I can see we about to go because even Anisha out in the chat, she like, yo, we did Britney dirty.
Can come too.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Brittany can show up tomorrow too to the NSYNC ride. Justice. They're
gonna be on box. What is the two front bikes now? I'm about to give them the wrong numbers. I'm gonna say 5 and 6 like the old studio. They're gonna be Janet and Brittany.
Wait. Speaking of the studio, I'm sorry. Did y'all talk about this while I was riding with Cody?
Talk about what?
About the folks who allegedly cheated and just played they're basically just racking up fake milestones. Like so, like
you talking about the people who were taking 1-minute classes?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
The Nara threw him under the bus and I backed over him.
Cause baby, I've been laughing all day. I was like, y'all ain't got nothing to say. Nothing better to do.
Where y'all see this at? Where did y'all see this at though?
OPP.
It was posted in OPP and then it was posted in another group.
Oh, okay. See that
OPP was like they were wilding. I was like, ooh, I love white on white violence.
I would have never in my life ever thought to do that. They would have never even came to my mind. Take a 1 minute just ride.
Exactly.
And they did a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like they did a lot of them. And then their reasoning was that they took a plane or something. And it's like, so what the hell? Who cares? Like.
But wait a minute. Then somebody went on the OPP. Wait a minute. Are you telling me somebody went out on the OPP and then called them out?
What happened was.
This just got messy.
Not only did they call them out, Unc, they posted the screenshots because again, the person's name was public.
Oh, that's messy.
So they went into their account and was like, "You a lying ass trick."
Oh, that's messy.
And then the girls were because it was 3 of them.
I think someone
were trying
tagged
to defend
them too.
Yes, tagged them.
Oh, that's
called them out. They were like, "You're a cheater."
Oh, this is messy.
This is why Peloton needs to change the system. How could you?
Okay, listen, I got a question. So the Peloton let that post through? Oh Lord,
they sure did.
This is messy. Mm-hmm. This whole thing is messy. Okay. I got a couple comments on this, but the first one is, who cares? I'm not sure why that person posted it. If I'm really being honest, like why?
It's because
so here's the thing. It's because now you get priority when you get in the studio if you have a milestone. So they get to go in first. They get seated first. Like it's a big deal. It's not just like, oh, you went to hit a milestone. It's like now you're jumping in front of other people.
Oh,
yeah,
so you're saying
fake titanium status. They don't have D Glover status. They didn't earn it. They didn't earn those miles.
So you're saying there's something that they could benefit from by doing that, and all of a sudden they go to the studio, they jump to the front of the line.
Yep. Someone said it was the Southwest style boarding. Absolutely, just like Southwest Airlines.
Yo.
They're like, we're first class, bitch. Like, literally, this is crazy. Because, like, if you have a milestone, they'll ask you, and then they give you the A card, and then you get in front row.
They did it for the studio status, Anisha said? Yo.
Yes.
This is
No,
messy,
but
y'all.
listen,
This is
John,
messy.
this has been going on for a while. This is not just happening now because Peloton is open and they started the ABC. I got a milestone for like whatever, and I think I was missing like 6 classes, and I took some 10, 15, 20 minutes classes, not 1 minute classes. But this bullshit is going on for a long time. And what my opinion, my personal opinion is that Peloton is for us to like, get stronger, stay healthy. It's not for the fucking shout out. Maybe they should get rid of the shout out shit and just give shout out to people for doing something good. Just
Yeah,
give
and you
shout
know
out
you
to
about to
people
get people
for
fucked
being
up.
good humans. I mean,
Oh, here
this
it goes.
bullshit doing all these 6 hours. Who in the hell can work out for 6 hours every day? Not me. And believe me, I had workout on Saturdays for 3.5 hours, and it's a killer because I do the work. If you every day are working 5, 6 hours a day, it's a fucking lie, and I'm done with that shit.
Well, this is my question. Like now, it's one thing because you're right. This has been going on a long time, but it's one thing when they were just doing it for a shout out. When that was happening, I was just like, okay, whatever, get your little shout out. I don't even really care. I mean, so you cheating yourself because you want a shout out? Who cares? But now they getting priority at the studio, so I guess that is a little different.
Yeah, like I don't care about the shout out. I mean, there are some people who are absolutely ridiculous, and it's like you literally did not run 100 runs in the last 2 weeks, but whatever, you do you.
Yeah.
But I think when you're jumping in front of other people,
now
to be in the studio, I have a problem with that. Like I have a problem with that.
Well, anyway, the whole thing is messy. I didn't realize that. They done posted it in OPP. Peloton let it through, and then they tagged the people. Ooh, that just got messy. They out there messy.
But I forgot who in the chat said that. Oh, Nita, sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, said that, Christine CDE just said a random ride because everything's important. So if we continue the shout outs, maybe it's not like these milestone shout outs. Maybe it's just like you showed up, because I agree with Yanira. It's taking away from the focus, which is for us to get stronger, for us to stay healthy and have longevity, and not for, this recognition.
That's a complicated thing in my mind, because early on, there was a time early in the early days where, some of the classes were so small that, they just shouted out everybody. It's just 50 people. They just shout out all 50. And then, remember those days? And then it grew to where you couldn't do that no more. So then it started to feel like more random, or just people the instructor knew. Then it kind of augmented because there were complaints about that. And over the last year or so, it feels like it's more about milestones. Like it's like they've kind of shifted over the years. I don't know. What's your pattern? Like, how do you got to choose something. I don't know how you do it. Right? Like, how do they determine?
I think it's random. I think it depends on the instructor. Like, Jess gets everybody. Like, Jess is really good about getting, as long as the class isn't overly full, I feel like she gets more shout outs than anyone else and gets them done. And then she'll do random.
Jess is crazy, bro. Jess is not normal.
I'm just saying, like, if all of those scenarios I talked about just a second ago, there's going to be some complaint about all of them. I'm like, well, what's the alternative now? Like, if they're not just going to go, okay, let me just align it to just milestones, which now I learned now that there are people that just, chasing milestones. Like, what would you align it to? Like, I don't know how they would what's the pattern they would use? What's the alternative? You know what I mean?
Random.
Just random, huh?
I mean, I think they leave it the way it is, honestly.
Yeah, just leave it the way.
It's either going to be people are going to complain because they didn't get a shout out. People are going to complain because there's too many shout outs. Like, no one is ever going to be happy. People are going to be upset because, this instructor shouted out this person because they know them.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
If we take the damn classes as often as we do, though, that's the thing too. It's like it makes sense for the people they recognize because they're the regulars. You know what I mean?
Yep,
like, why would they shout out someone they've never seen before?
Exactly, Stephanie. It totally, like, there's some of us that have our specific instructors that we work out with all the time, and we take the classes live, we take it on demand, we take it whenever we can. And sometimes they just see us and they say our names because we've just been with them for so long doing this workout. Now people are taking Peloton into a new level that is, it's just so, I mean, for me, maybe they think they're right. Maybe they're right. I don't know. Maybe I'm the one wrong, thinking they're wrong. Maybe they're right to just do whatever, sit on their couch and do on the app. So many fucking classes. I have no idea. Maybe they're right to do that, and maybe they have the right to do that. I'm just saying, this is just ridiculous. Like, right now, it's getting a little ridiculous, and they think they're getting away with something. You're not getting away with nothing.
I like
your ass is still big. You still have cellulites like I do. Please, seriously.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. I mean, I think that it's like a catch-22, right?
With my cellulite, Yanira. So amen to that. I also like how Allie does it. Allie has like what is it, like a shout out minute, or like in the pre-show where in a minute or something like that, she tries to like get through as many, as possible. And then I know some people do it during the cool down. I also like how like the yoga folks do it, or the meditation folks do it.
Yoga. So that's
where
it's not in class.
Yeah, it's not in class. It's like before class, because it's not really the intent, I think, when you're doing a meditation or a yoga class, is to shout people out, or not have so much pressure to do that, because sometimes, like others will like weave it in. But I appreciate that too. But I want to hear from Jamie. Jamie said she was in the class in studio last week with the 1 minute riders.
Well, I just want to say personally, I take enough abuse from Jess Sims that I deserve every single random shout out she gives me, because I'm abused by her on a regular basis.
Yo, hold up.
For the record.
Heather said, maybe I just don't understand the shout outs. Like, who cares? Do people cry if they don't get? Girl, yes.
Girl, Heather, these people act like these people owe them this
right?
shout out.
Right?
Like, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, friendly reminder, it's only $44 a month.
I'm trying
Not
to
only
tell
do people get really upset, I've had people get upset because I've gotten a shout out. They be like, you get shout outs all the time. You get
that part, bitch. Oh my God, the bitter bitches. They get so mad.
They're jealous.
They get so mad. And I'm like, the reality is I don't get a shout out every time I get a milestone. I really don't. Like, I get a lot of them, yes, but I don't get one every single time. But people get like pissed. Like, they get so pissy.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm like, well, let me just flip my little ponytail and get another shout out. How you doing?
I agree with you, Janetta. I mean, if they had a process or some way of making it so there wasn't this incentive to figure out how to not do a class yet still get acknowledgement. If they had a way.
I mean, they get acknowledgement. You get the badge.
No, I know, but there's obviously some type of a issue if there are people taking 1,000 1 minute classes. So I'm saying if they had a way to discourage that, that'd be nice if you could.
They should block. They should block the badge. Like, you can't get it unless, I think Yanira said earlier, all the classes have to be over a certain time in order for it. Like, it'll maybe add to your minutes that you spend, like the minute tracker, the annual, minutes that we get, but maybe it won't add to your milestones. Like, unless it's at least 5 minutes long.
And you guys, we're gonna need like a show. I'm gonna say a show. We need a Thursday just to talk about that, because what incentive? It's like me thanking the coworker that show up that didn't call in sick. It's almost the same thing. You work out because you want. It's for yourself. It's for you. It's not for nobody else. It's for you. It's like, oh, shut up. You show up to work out. It's like, you show up to work. It's the same shit. No. I mean, fuck.
But that's my thing. Like, if it's personal, which it is, if it's personal, it's just for them, then why should we care? That was my original thought. It was like, okay, if you're going to cheat yourself, then why should we care? But on the flip side of that, my mind was like, well, if Peloton's trying to ensure that that people are really, trying to be healthy and not just using their platform as some mechanism to, give them some type of, feeling of recognition. If they really want them to just be ensuring they're working out, then should they be thinking about that? Right. That's
not going to do that because they're incentivized to be like, we've had 1 million workouts on the platform. They're not going to say the difference between a 60-minute class versus a 5-minute class. They count workouts as all the same. So back when our fave John Foley, well, giggle cook over here, but when like his metrics, is kind of like skewed because again, he'd be like, we have this many members and they've worked out this many workouts, but they didn't go into like the data disaggregation of how many people did 60-minute workouts. You know what I mean?
Right.
You remember back in the day, people used to be mad that like a cool down counted as a workout. They're like,
they pissed off. I remember that. Well,
so it's like there's always people to complain, and they're not going to be incentivized to be like, well, this is how we verify.
Well, back in the early days, if it wasn't 45 minutes, people was pissed off. They didn't even like you counting 30-minute classes. I remember. I mean, if you go, back when.
That's real. Because
I remember that.
Well, 45 is the standard. Like, if you don't shut the fuck up.
Yep, that's how they did it. I remember that. But this has always been a topic. It's just kind of evolved. That is some crazy stuff though. Y'all hit me on some stuff. I don't pay attention to the OPP that much anymore. So I didn't even know all that dirt was happening. I didn't know it was messy like that. They just calling people out.
It was wild.
Good.
And then like they said, the girls answered in the comments, the girls responded back to it or whatever, but
they responded back. They responded.
That's why I got real messy because they started fighting.
They started fighting.
Oh,
snap!
Why did they respond? I feel bad for them. They should have hide and deleted their account. Why did they do that?
Oh my God! They were like, "Well, you don't know my life. It's really hard for me." Like I swear to God. Oh my God!
I feel bad now too. Now I feel bad now too. Goodness, that's messy right there. Wow.
That's how I said the girl said she had to take a plane. That's how I know, because she responded.
She said it. She literally said it. Exactly.
Wait a minute. I missed something about a plane. What?
One of them, they like flew in or some shit, whatever. Because
she was saying that she was flying in from somewhere else, and that's why she did it, because she's from out of state and she was flying in, so she wanted to make this a milestone. So that's why she took those 1-minute rides. It's like most people who come into the studio are from out of state.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yo, this is
it was just a mess.
This is a hot mess.
I love mess, but I'm like Marie Kondo. I love mess, but that's the thing. It's like, because I can say it to hear my hoity-toity self, because I work out to exhaustion. What is it? To failure. I work out to failure because Jess puts me there to failure. And so like, to me, I'm like, why would you ever do a workout, like claim a workout that you didn't do? Like, even if I'm, pulling a John, right? I'm watching a class because I want to support like the premier classes.
Right.
I will delete it because I didn't fucking take it.
Yeah, I didn't really take it, so I ain't keeping it. But that's just me. I ain't trying to hold that over nobody else's head. I'm just like, whatever y'all do is what y'all do. But still.
But honestly, like I said before, I didn't care before. Because like I said, there's so many people with like, fake stuff on there, whatever. But I think just the fact that they used it because they were going to be in studio and you get that preferential treatment now, like that's what I have a problem with. Like if you're at home getting a shout out, I don't really care. Like we've heard them all. You know what I mean? Like you got a milestone yesterday and today. Okay, great. But whatever.
Yeah, y'all got me.
Like, to be in studio, like that's a problem. That's not fair at all.
Oh, I'm about to. Now y'all got me thinking about going back out to the OPP. I got to see some of this drama.
That's what they brought it to me. I saw it in one of the other groups, and like the OPP is wilding.
They wilding out. Go ahead, Courtney.
Well, my thing was also is that if they're doing that, then they get on the front row of the bikes and be dry as hell. And I'm like, if you gonna sit on the front row, I need you to bring the energy. I need you to be crunk. I need you to be like Bania and like doing the shoulder shake and the titty shake. Like, don't get up here and get priority and looking like dry toast.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one last question. I took y'all like 31 minutes over.
It's the
now
listen.
I got a question. Is it just me, Or is it just not? There don't nobody be in there with energy like that no more.
Some people do. Some people do, and
I know you're not talking about me.
Wait. I know
and
who's in there with energy like that.
The other day.
Okay, you know Steph gonna be.
I know some people in the
Steph
Tread
gonna do what she do.
Who was in a Kirsten class who had a whole lot of energy. Just saying, it was a few of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a good time, no matter how violent the class plan.
Right.
No matter how dry ass the other people.
Right.
No. I'm gonna have a good time. That's why you see me in that little flash routine that I can't believe I paid $38 fucking for 15 minutes with that hoe. Only 15 minutes, and everyone's like, "Oh, she's lit." Yeah, because I'm trying to get the full experience before she kills me in a quarter of an hour.
Exactly.
But you know, some of the riders do have the energy. Some of them, like, you can like kind of tell. Like, I think it was a Kindle hip hop ride that I was taking, and some of the people you could see where they were like mouthing the lyrics. Like, of course, you can't hear them, but yeah, a lot of the in studio riders, you know, be vibing, be bringing it.
Right.
But then some of the ones that I feel just maybe, I don't know, it's just they're so dry. They're not into it. Their form is crazy, and I just want to be like you. I need like tryouts. Like, nope, you cannot be on the front row. Like, no, you can be on the front row. Okay, you came from London. Okay, we'll give you priority. Okay, let me look at your profile. 1 minute rider. Okay, you get all the way to the back where we can only see your reflection in the mirror.
Snap.
Like some type of like, you know, we need some ushers.
Oh, they're gonna be in here interviewing people like Soul Train dancers.
Like a bouncer.
I think part of the problem is that people just want to be in the studio so bad that they're literally just taking any class they can get into.
Right.
And I think that's the problem. It's like, oh my God, I'm in the studio. It's hip hop. I'm really a rock person, but doesn't matter because I'm in the studio. So they get in there and it's a hip hop class and they're either offended by the lyrics or don't know the lyrics. Or, you know what I mean? Like, so I think that's what the problem is. I think if people would stop just trying to get into the studio to say they were in the studio, like, I'm only taking classes with my people.
Right.
It's certain people I just don't rock with. I wouldn't care if Peloton was like, hey, you want to come for free? Nope, I don't. See you, have fun.
That's happened to me. They were like, oh, we have free spots. Do you remember on Marathon Sunday? They were like, oh, we have free slots. And we're like, no, thank you. Because they were with people we didn't fuck with.
Yep. What's going on, Jamie?
Hey, everybody. So I know I've been raising my hand, y'all talking about these folks. Like Steph said, I was in studio this weekend, as was Ariel. So I was in a bunch of the rides that they were in. And my apologies, I've been traveling all week. So if I speak out of turn about something, I assume we're talking about the same people. Somebody in the chat said so. My whole issue with it isn't even the 1 minute rides. It's the first ride you're there, you go, you check in. They ask to see your milestone on your app. You show them. Okay, you go in. You're in the front row, you take your ride, you get your shout out, you have a great time. Awesome. You're in 5 more rides over the course of the weekend. And they were deleting a ride and continuing to get an A card for every class. And then, and getting shout outs every time because it's a different person checking them in, I assume. And, you know, I'm in these rides. I'm in the back row. I took my milestone with my boy Alex, had a great time. And then every other ride I took, I'm C group, awesome time in the back row. Well, there's people getting their milestone shout outs. They're in the back row, they're in the second row, and these people are still in the front row because they took their A card and took advantage of it. And that's what bummed me because they were taking away from somebody else's experience at the studio.
Yo, this
probably
is
their first time there. And that was like, Ariel was with me all the time and I just kept looking and seeing them with A cards. And normally, I'm like, I don't want to fault anybody, live your life, have your time. But when it started taken away from other members, that's what really got under my skin. I don't care about your 1 minute rides, you know, whatever. But when you're impacting other members and taking away, like, that's when I have a problem with you.
Yo, this is getting messier by the minute.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
There's
Lord.
levels to this shit.
This is levels to this shit right here.
I watched it happen. I was in a bunch of rides with them, and I watched them go into other rides when I was like in the picture line. So,
oh, good Lord.
God,
good Lord.
Oh my God. Girl, thank you. This is better than I thought. What?
So, like I said, I'm assuming that this is the same group of people. I've been on a plane. Like, I haven't seen the OPP, but And the funny thing was, Steph, you know this, Charlie was working the door most of, like, I can't remember what day it was, I think Saturday. I'm surprised that honestly he like let that happen, because maybe the people at the front desk don't know, but the other people, like, they see them in the front of the line. They should, I don't know. I was waiting for somebody to say something.
Wow. Yo, this is messy.
It's also hectic. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's hectic,
really hard for them,
a lot going on.
The production staff, to have to police it.
Right.
Because they're over here trying to make sure that the sound is working, whatever. And so but that's the thing that's crazy. It's like, this is an honor system.
Right.
And the fact that you guys decided to violate the honor system and then put the burden of proof on the staff to have to verify whether or not you're telling the truth is outrageous to me.
But also, when you're in every ride and you're all wearing matching outfits for every ride and being, you know, I mean, have fun and be loud and you know, it's like, if it was one person just doing it, it probably wouldn't even be noticeable. But
Heather said the tea is hot, it's burning. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of tea.
So I was like kind of fired up about it over the weekend.
I have words to say about NKO, but I'm not gonna have it be recorded on this podcast. So.
Yo.
Like I said, I don't know. But that was my, you know, other than that, had a great time in studio, had so much fun with Ariel. Steph, I missed you. So.
When were you in studio, Jane?
This past weekend.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I saw Ariel last weekend. That was cool. It was good seeing you, Ariel.
We all saw Ariel. She was dancing her face off in the back row.
That's right. Yeah, this topic is hilarious right now. I don't know how to be mad about it. It is just hilarious. That wow, this is some messy stuff. But because you know there's passion involved with regards to the Peloton community, right? There's this passion about it, and the shout out for whatever, you know, it's worth. It just is that becomes like something that people, you know, try to attain, and so. Man, and now you got the studio aspect of it, and numbers and milestones will get you certain bikes, and oh my goodness, this is messy. But wow, that's too much. Anyway, I hadn't been trying to really.
I don't. No, I was just going to say that I feel like the Peloton community is about holding space and uplifting others. At least that's how I feel. That's what I love about the community. And I think this messiness, it's the opposite of that.
Well, that's the thing.
It's sad that we would have to put the burden on staff that is really focused on giving in-studio riders a good experience on trying to prove this. So, you know, it's just, and then understanding that they're the Never Knocked Out crew, you know, which is, you know, Kendall's other hype group. It also seems to be maligned with kind of how I feel about riding with Kendall and what she represents in holding space for everyone. So I just feel like people should be allowed, if that's important to them, to celebrate. And then, like Jess says, and then get back to work and you know, have the other person or other people take their turn and not ruin their experience. So it's unfortunate that people are taking advantage of the honor system.
I agree with you to an extent. I agree with you in totality about what the community represents and what, you know, positive about it and what it should stand for. That part I'm like right with you. But I think, you know, this aspect of what it may drive people to do, because of, you know, it becomes fanatical, I think it's more broad than it is not. Like, I don't think it's just like, you know, some people, you know, game the system here.
No, I agree with you. I was just saying in this particular, you know, situation that, you know, Jamie and everyone's talking about, I agree with you that it's like fanatical. It's like, yeah. It's crazy.
But yeah. If you kind of stick to, you know, what the intent is and what it stands for, you know, it's good stuff. But yeah, I hear you. Yeah, this stuff kind of happens a lot, and I think it's getting, you know, as they've grown and as the instructors have become more popular, right, more part of pop culture, I think, yeah, this has just innately gotten worse. Which, you know, it's funny. I didn't even realize it. You guys are hipping me off stuff tonight. Like, I didn't even know. But that's funny. That's wild. I don't know what, you know, I don't know that Peloton can do anything about that stuff. That seems pretty that'd be pretty tough to try to govern. I think there's going to always be like an angle. You know what I mean? Anyway, wow. All right, I got my homework. I done took y'all way over. My bad. And you know what? And I enjoy the conversation every week. This is always fun. This is good stuff. For me, I just like having these conversations so that we stay, connected as a community. For what you just said, Courtney, for that reason, I like us to make sure that we kind of know who each other are. We've heard each other's voices. When we see each other on the leaderboard, it's a little more meaningful. So that's why I kind of like this kind of forum mechanism for us to kind of just talk and chat. And so hopefully we can just keep doing this. If I don't see you guys on the bike or on the tread, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take a couple of them recommendations this week. So maybe I'll see you guys on those. If not, I'll catch you guys here next week. All right. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Not next week.
Wait a minute. That's right. We ain't doing this next week. It's Thanksgiving. We skip it.
Families.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tripping. We skip it next week. My bad. But we will be back the following week after that. All right.
All right, guys. Have a good week.
Have a good week, guys.
Happy holidays, y'all.
Happy
I love
holidays.
y'all for Big Deep. Love y'all.
Love you, Niecy. Talk y'all later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.